Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Full disclosure, this is another one sent to me from Tilray Brands. Another one from Blue Point, or should I say Blue/Point. Blitz Beer. Now you would think this would be football themed, but it's like 80s TV themed? I don't know. All it says is lightning in a can, 4.8 ABV, and is good until May, so about 3 months left on this. Before we get to the pour, I just want to show the... I couldn't even find this on the brewer's website, so I bring up brewbound.com. It said this award-winning lager, formerly known as Shouganai, I don't know, it earned a silver medal at the 2023 GABF for contemporary American-style lager, which I think is when craft breweries do macro adjunct style, because it actually says a blend of pilsner malt and flaked rice and Tettnanger and Calista hops. So, yeah, I guess... it's one of these newfangled rice lagers, you know? So anyway, pour it into that chemistry homebrew competition glass. It's basically a Pilsner glass. And carbonation just streaming. That is like an energy drink CO2 there. Get a pretty big white soap sudsy foam. It is still hanging around. Let's give this thing a smell. I'm not really familiar with Calista hops, but I know Tettnang is, German or continental hops, but this smells oddly citrusy to me. So I thought it was going to smell like, bud or something like that, but kind of smells like a pale ale, just a clean kind of citrusy aroma. It doesn't really smell like a lager. I mean, all I can smell is hops on here. I wonder what the IBUs are. It doesn't really say. Well, to me, this kind of smells like a pale ale. Let's see what this is about. Cheers. Well, I will say this does not taste like the adjunct lager that it is. I went into this fully expecting to get, some kind of Budweiser type beer or like some kind of Japanese type beer. But like I said, it smelled like a pale ale. It kind of tastes like a pale ale. I guess you call it a pale lager, which is another reason. I've been saying this for years. We need an American craft lager style. I mean, they have it at the GABF. They call it contemporary American style lager. And I can see what they're going for, where like you make a lager and like it's not hoppy enough to be like an IPL or and certainly not any of the traditional German styles, and it's not Bud Miller Coors all adjuncty, so that's what you get with this. There's not a whole lot going on with the palate, I will say. Like I was expecting, they made a point of saying Pilsner malt, but this doesn't have like that same pilsnery flavor that you would get like in an actual German Pils or even a Czech Pils or, any of the umpteen German lager styles. So it's not really grainy. I mean, like slightly grainy. Like it doesn't taste bready to me. And like the hops are quite restrained on here, at least as far as like the bitterness. I do taste a, nice kind of lemony, slightly grapefruity hop profile, but it's not especially bitter. If I concentrate on it, I can get that rice character is like really faint. You might remember a few weeks ago I had that Japanese rice lager that had like the vodka hops in it, and to me that just tasted like lime zest over like jasmine rice or something. And like there's like a hint, just a hint of that in here. But I will say I like this one way more than that new Hokkaido one. I will say it's pretty refreshing while it's in the mouth. I will say it does, the hops linger a little, like as far as like the flavor, like it has like a nice kind of lemony, grapefruity pith aftertaste. Again, this is like, so it's like the zesty, pithy peel flavor of lemon grapefruit. Not, I would not call this juicy, not at all. Otherwise, I mean, it's fairly dry. It's definitely more dry than sweet. I would not call this a sweet beer at all. Actually, if they wanted to sweeten up, what they should do is make a non-alcoholic version of it. I find like most NA beers are like super sweet. Not super bitter. As you saw, highly carbonated, fairly light body. I don't know if I go so far as say straight up light body, but light, medium light. Kind kind of a walking a fine line between smooth and crisp. You would think like this would have like a wicked snap to it, like a Bud Light or something like that, because it is and was so highly carbonated. But actually, it's kind of like a smoother texture. So I will say, like, yeah, this is a nice, easy drinking, you know, flavorful lager. And wow, actually, some nice lacing on the glass. I'm surprised. So I really like this. I think I'm gonna go pretty high on this one. I'm thinking like 7.5. I can't honestly give this an 8 because like it's kind of basic, but it's tasty. It's easy to drink. I think they can actually bring the ABV probably down to like closer to 4.5 or even lower. But 7.5 for the Blue Point Blitz Beer. Sorry I waited so long to try it. All right, so if you watch all the way in, you know you're awesome. I will see you guys for Cider Saturday or Tuesday Night Beer School or the podcast. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.